Okay, we're at the bandsaw, and we're going to cut these out here on the bandsaw. Now, I'm going to need to adjust this up just a little bit, so I'll raise that to make sure we can fit. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut in. We'll probably cut this way first, and then we'll finish it off and cut in that way, and we're going to cut out this notch. Okay, so like this. Go ahead and you can cut right on that line, straight in, with that little notch there, and then in from the end. Right down that line. So it'll look like that when you're done. Okay? Same to the other ones. So I've done those two. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other one, and then we'll go and see how they fit. All right, now we need to check that things fit, that our guides fit. So place them down in here. Remember, I had these marked as the front. They should fit in between the drawer rings. That looks like a good fit. These are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and be able to mount these in place with the drawer. All right. Make sure that you've scraped any excess glue with the chisel along the drawer guide here. Make sure it's gone so that when we fit this together, that the glue's not in the way. Now, what I'm doing here is I've got the two other drawer guides here. I'm going to place the drawer into there and close it, and I'm going to center the drawer. Okay, make sure that it's going in straight. You're going to want to kind of measure up here. Get a measurement there, and about a 1/2 inch there, and about a 1/2 inch there, 1/2 inch. Okay, and so I'm about a 1/2 inch in all those places, so I know that drawer's in there fairly square. And then what I need to do is hold the drawer in place, and I'm going to reach under here, and I'm just going to bring these drawer guides in tight to that drawer runner on the bottom of the drawer. Now we need to mark, kind of do the same thing and mark where the edge of these will go, where we need to glue it. So I'm just going to put my pen up and mark on the D-ring here. I know it's kind of hard to see, okay, but I'm just marked under there where those line up so I know where they need to be glued at. Now I can remove the drawer, and I can go ahead and glue these in place, and I'll get stuff ready and we'll do that. All right, so I've got the marks, and you may be able to see that right there. I've got a mark there, and I've got a mark over here of the outside edges of these drawer guides, and I've got them up here on the front too. So I know where those go. Now I just need to glue this in place. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue on each end here. Okay, and just like always, spread it out so we get a good coverage. Go up on the edge a little bit if you want. You may or may not have that part touching too much. Okay, so we got this one ready. And then I'm going to place it in here at that mark. Make sure this is important. You got to make sure that it's nice and square where those marks are. And then I'm just going to take a couple small C-clamps and clamp these down. Just snug it at first, because it'll want to move on you a little bit. Just snug there. Actually, I'm going to come in this way so I can see my line a little easier. Okay, make sure it stays even with that line. Double check it as you go, as you tighten, because it'll want to move a little bit. That looks good. Now, go ahead and tighten it down, get a little bit of glue squeeze out, so you know that that's tight there. Same with the other one. A little bit of glue on each end. this in place. And then the front one here. Just make adjustments as you need. Okay. And then the same thing, we've got this glue squeeze out that will need to be cleaned up after it dries for a little bit, so that, especially on this inside, so that the runner will fit. Now, you may be smart here and double check that this is a good 3/4, that it's 3/4 wide. And this clamp's in the way, and I think this one actually needs to move over just a little bit. I'm gonna fix that by releasing this clamp, and I'll slide this one over. But just double check that you have the 3/4 inch clearance all the way back. Maybe just a tiny bit more than 3/4 inch would be good. And that's got to dry for 30 minutes, and then we're done with our drawer guide. The drawer should be able to slide in and out and stay nice and straight for you.